doing the invasions for Nightwave got me thinking. Mainly because this, obviously with Nyx, is going up against the Infested boss. Points if you know what the name of that boss is, because I can never remember how to pronounce it properly. I always want to say Forward, but I'm never sure if that is in fact accurate. And while doing this, I noticed, well, Razorback Armada is going to return soon. Actually, I should actually look and see if it's there now. It's not. Ooh, survival. I may have to go do that. Loki, nah, nothing in... Ooh, the Soma with 300% damage. I made a video recently about matching these and the perks actually being very, very useful for these. Which is what they're intended for. But that's besides the point. I was just looking anyway. I was looking at this and thinking, I have just had to do 9 missions. Any invasion missions of any kind, and the choice here was kind of simple. We have the Forward Assassination mission, or the Forward Assassination mission. And you'll notice 3, 5, that's 8. But I've already done all 9 because I was busy doing another one, but it expired. And that's when I noticed this, and it got me thinking. Another one of those useless things that Digital Extreme kind of needs to... They could add, and nobody would turn around and go, what did you do this for? We have, obviously, the Fomorian, that is the Grineer side of things. Obviously, if you don't know what this is, you can choose which side you are fighting for, usually Corpus or Grineer. The Infested outbreak, you can only side with the Corpus, you cannot side with the Infested. Which to me doesn't quite seem right, because, you know, why can't we side with the Infested and let an Infested outbreak happen? Understandable why we can't, because obviously the Infested attack everybody, they don't care, they don't have a side, but it would be fun to be able to side with them, and then they could add something kind of weird to this, because as you can tell, there's only the infestation here, but there is no infestation reward level, boss level, whatever you want to call these. Because when that bar obviously gets to max, the Corpus, of course, if they win, nothing happens. If the Infested win, then, you know, Corpus, they get outraged. Razorback Armada bar goes up. So if we side with Corpus and the Infested lose, the Infested bar would go up. I'm assuming that's how this works, by the way. I could be massively wrong on that. But it just had me completely wondering, why don't we have an Infested boss here? There is, in fact, multiple Infested bosses, not just Forward, but we also have Jordas. I hate that boss battle. It's a lot of fun when you're doing it with a squad. You try to solo that, it's just kind of annoying. And we also kind of have... it's not there anymore. There it is. Mutalist Alad V, an Infected Alad V. So that's in fact 3 different bosses we have, but you don't need a key for any of these anymore, even though this says 2 next to it because I have 2 keys to do it. I didn't even notice that the battle pay for helping with the Infested outbreak was one of the Mutalist Alad V nav coordinates, which means you probably do still need a key to go take him out. But I did, of course, forget about Lephantis. Lephantis exists, and the best thing about this is now it's Deimos and not the Infested derelicts, or actually just the derelicts. You don't actually need a key to... Oh, that's technically not Infested, but that is also a boss battle here. But Lephantis, yeah, Lephantis is Infested. And after thinking about this just a little bit more, obviously you wouldn't have to side with the Infested. It would be fun if you could, but it doesn't need to be, because obviously if you side with the Corpus for an Infested outbreak, it means the Infested are getting beat, and that little circle would go up every single time. And when it gets maxed, obviously the Grineer have Fomorian, the Corpus have the Razorback Armada, and they could stick the Jordis Golem behind the Infested inside of the invasion, and the Jordis Golem could be attacking whatever planet that they happen to be doing it on. It wouldn't really take much to do, and then they can take the best Infested weapon in the game, or introduce a whole new one. And to be fair, they could make quite an interesting Infested weapon, and they could put it in there with mods that are next to impossible to get, and put it behind that mission. That means people would actually be playing the Jordis Golem mission, because it is kind of fun. It's annoying to do solo. It's kind of boring, if we're being honest, and it's Arcwing related, which puts it in the same realm as the Fomorian. Yes, it's a little bit longer than the Fomorian. It's a little bit longer than Razorback. But it means that they can have another reward pool to put things behind. And it would kind of rejuvenate the whole invasion system. Because when you look at the invasion system, and there is no Grineer missions, because obviously we are waiting for Razorback to return, so there's no Corpus missions either, because you can't have the Corpus versus the Grineer while Razorback is sitting there maxed out waiting to return. So it's just Infested, and the Infested could literally just a third wheel right in the middle where it says construction status, and that could just be moved down, and the Fomorian writing could be under the Fomorian, Razorback under Razorback, and Jordis under Jordis. They wouldn't have to put Infested Corpus Grineer, they could just have the mission name underneath each one, and it would still fit really nicely there. And when this situation pops up where it's only Infested stuff, yes, I completely understand that is not where I wanted to be in the slightest, but we may as well just stay there. This, the last battle, the assassination itself, is an assassination mission. But at the same time, the only thing you get from this is Nyx parts, neural sensors, great for neural sensors by the way, and 3 built fieldren. Whereas if there was something that followed on after this, it would take the fact that the invasion outbreak on here, you are fighting the Infested and keeping them off a planet. If you let the Infested continue, the planet will become what is basically Eris. That is the whole point of this. Same goes with a planet that has Grineer on it. In a Corpus outbreak, it can become a Corpus planet if you side with the Corpus on that node. It will become Corpus based until the Grineer basically take it back. That was kind of the point of this, and it's just another forgotten system in Warframe that they could improve on, add more content to, make it so people play it more. While I was trying to do this was basically a speedrun after 2 of them, and just straight up they refused to go for a 3rd time. And this one, I ran the last 3 solo because it was just taking way too long. I still did it. It was still fun doing it because there was level, I believe the mastery rank 8 and 22, but they were killing everything on the way there, and it made the missions longer, and I was trying to do this as quick as possible before I had the situation where I was that there was nothing here. The mission I was doing disappeared, hence 5. And 3, that's 8. You've got to do 9 for Nightwave down here, and you can see there's 8 because the last one I did, it actually timed out before I had a chance to do it, so there's a reward that you can't get. But if that was just there, they could quite literally take this mission, delete it from here completely, just boop, pick it away, gone, and stick it behind the invasion mission where people will actually play this mission. They could have rewards behind it, Infested based, that people want and can't find. They could put quite a few different Infested mods and everything else into this mission that people would then start to play a lot more. Will they do this? Probably not, but that's just another stupid little change to the game that would just move some things around that already exist in the game and give more things to do more of the time, because obviously between Razorback and the Fomorian there'll be Jordis. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.